yesterday we started talking about the conditional tense. You had some notes on it that kind of look like this. Tell me about the conditional tense. What's the most important thing we need to remember? Somebody raise your hand and tell me for a quick point about using the conditional tense. Well, let me get my Zoom friends up because they're missing. Hold on. All right, there they are. Charlie, what's the most important thing? Whole verb. Good. Yeah, whole verb plus the imperfect endings, right? That's what we worked on from before, right? We said we have ia, ias, ia, iamos, and ian. And we were thinking those look familiar because they were the imperfect endings, but now we're using the whole verb. So we wouldn't say, I don't know, Korea. We would say what? Correria, right? I would run. So make sure you get in the whole verb unless what? It's one of these. And these stems we said are pretty easy because why are they kind of easy? Because they're the same as the future tense ones that we just learned. So yesterday I'll let you fill this out. And you were remembering they all mean the same thing except for instead of will want, it's what? What I would want. All right, so it's conditional. It's based on something else, right? So I would have to give you the situation like, I don't know, if you were a millionaire, your job choice might be different than it would normally be, right? If you were in Mexico or another country, if you were in Spain, if you were in Australia, maybe what you would do would be slightly different than what you would do if you were here, right? So it's based on the situation. And that's usually why you would use the conditional tense, all right? So what I would like to do is give you about 5 minutes to practice these stems. And the way I want you to do that is if you go to your current lesson, you will see under number 2, I have given you a Quizlet link to the same Quizlet that you practice with future tense, only this time it's conditional tense, all right? So if you would please head to your current lesson, click on number 2, and see what you know, see what you remember. Maybe you know them all. Great, then you can play a game. Or maybe you've forgotten some of them, or maybe you never learned some of them. All right, so I don't know where you're at. You decide, you can go through them. I think I gave you 20 cards there because I wanted you to know both the form, tendre, and then if I went a little farther, I gave you the meaning. Now, the only problem with the meaning is these are the old cards. It says I will want. Obviously, in this case, in your head, you're not saying I will want. You're saying I would want. All right, so, but I didn't redo the cards. So have a little practice with those. You can play a game. If you're like, I know these, then just play a quick gravity game, matching game. You can learn them, you can test them. Do one of these guys, write them out, and then we'll give you 5 minutes. All right, so I am starting my timer now. Use your time wisely. Okay, please make sure you are on this Quizlet. You are practicing these. You are not distracted by your phone. You are focused. You have an earbud in for a minute, that's fine, because I'm going to assume that you're just listening to music and it's helping you complete this task. But then I'll ask you to take it out in a minute anyway, once we get to our movie. All right, I already started the timer, so ready, set, go. Going to watch a movie on Bolivia. So as you know, you are responsible for this information. We will discuss it. You will fill out your handout. The questions all go in order, so I made it myself, so it's pretty easy to follow. You know, the idea is I want you to see what's out there. I want you to look at another country where they speak Spanish and learn some things about it. And we'll watch probably half of it today and finish it tomorrow. We'll talk about it. I will have you turn it in for some points tomorrow, so make sure you're paying attention. Not be surprised if your next quiz had some questions about Bolivia on it. So, you know, you are responsible for learning everything. But otherwise, I mean, I hope you find it interesting. So last time we talked about Central America, we were in Costa Rica, Nicaragua. Y ahora estamos en Bolivia, so we're in South America now, right? And you can kind of compare the two, just a slightly different area, but still a Spanish-speaking country. All right, we ready? Okay, if you were online, obviously you gotta just grab that document. I assume that you already saw it, but if not, it's under your current lesson, under number 3. It says video guide, so find that document, download it, and you'll have to split your screen, or you can, however you like to do it. You can write down the answers on a piece of paper. So are we ready? Zoom friends, are we ready? So what I will do, I will leave the closed captioning on. If you are having a terrible time with Wi-Fi, let me know. Obviously, the link is there. It's on YouTube. You can always watch it on your own. If you're not going to be here tomorrow, you can also watch it on your own. But otherwise, we'll do it in class. All right, let me get it started here. Let me see if we can hear it. Coming, Zoom friends, I'm coming. Oh, I might have to. Is that playing or do I need to, Zoom friends, is that playing for you? I feel like it's not. Is it playing? Zoom friends? Sorry. Yes, Alyssa?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the richest in culture and landscape. This is Bolivia!
Come on. Sorry, let me get these options on. All right, Zoom friends, we're good. We can see it, we can hear it, right? And I just put on the closed captions, yes? Okay, Lauren, I see you nodding. That's good enough for me.
Landlocked and isolated, Bolivia is the highest Latin American republic, bordered by 5 other countries: Peru, Chile, Paraguay, Brazil, and Argentina. My journey starts on Lake Titicaca. Then I head to the principal city, La Paz. Next, I travel to the mining sector of the sea, the salt lakes of Sala de Uyuni, and to the Fiesta of San Miguel in Lucia. Then I cycle to the coca fields of Coroico. Finally, I climb Huayna for the sea.
All right, get ready for number one. We'll talk about the lake with the funny name first.
I'm on Lake Titicaca, and it's the highest lake, navigable lake in the world, and all that means is that big ships can go on because it's deep enough. But legend has it, if you fall in the water, that no one's going to help you in because it's like an offering to Mother Earth. And we're going to test the theory out, okay? Lake Titicaca covers over 3,000 square miles, linked Bolivia and Peru. It has more than 30 islands. Thailand! Nice to see you. Well, this is where my journey begins, on the island of the sun. This is Juan Carlos. He tells me also, this is where the world began for the Incas. The Incas actually built these steps, right?
Yes, because they believe in the sun, because the sun was the main god. And they built these ones because it's in honor to the sun, because the whole island is a temple.
The first Inca emperor married his sister. Then they convinced the people that they were children of the sun god who had risen from Lake Titicaca. This island became their most holy place. I'm so out of breath. Look, I've only come that far. It's just what it is though. Usually I'd sit up there like that. It would take 5 minutes, but because we're so high up, the oxygen don't get to your brain, don't get to your legs. It's best right, isn't it?
Yep.
How high are we?
We are at 12,500 feet above sea level.
Come on, let's chase it. Go. Let's sit around. Oh, look at that. Give me a hand. Help me up. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Oh, hold on. What's that? No. Oh. Oh, that's it. Just a couple of steps to go before I get to my room. You book for a tour though, you can stay with your family on the island, but now there's a couple of hotels. Oh, look at that view. The Inca believed in the divine power of the elements and honored them on this island with human sacrifices. But their great empire was only to last 100 years until the arrival of the Spanish, 1531. This is Copacabana, an hour by boat from the island of the sun.
What number should we be on? 5. We got most of it? The what empire? The Inca Empire. And again, if you miss a couple, we'll go over them tomorrow. The Inca Empire lasted 100 years till the arrival of the Spanish. Mhm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Good? Okay. And again, if you miss a couple, I just want you to get most of them and want you to make sure you're paying attention. Okay? Have they? No, I think they literally just said 4. All right.
Every Sunday, rain or shine, locals come here to be blessed by Father Bernardino. But it's not just for them, it's for their cars.
That's kind of random.
It's a Christian ceremony, but its roots are in Inca tradition. A splash of holy water is offered to Pachamama, or Mother Earth. Do taxis as well? But if only 4% of roads paved, divine protection is probably the best insurance for Bolivian vehicles.
All your clothes for summer, winter, and everything, because in 1 day, in 1 hour, it can change from very hot to very cold. Sunscreen, glasses, yeah,
Weather can change from one minute to the next in Bolivia. When the sun came out in Copacabana, so did a mini fiesta. Bolivia was one of the poorest and least developed countries in Latin America, but celebration is the national pastime.
Sit. Yeah. Okay, just your breath. Pass this in here.
Copacabana is on the spit of land right next to the border with Peru. It's about 100 miles by road to La Paz. First, you need to take a ferry. The whole journey cost me less than $2, but I found that even trucks that were blessed can break down. The Paz is situated on Bolivia's high plain, 2.5 miles above sea level, a natural canyon measuring nearly 3 miles from rim to rim. The Paz is home to over 1 million of Bolivia's 8 million population, half of whom are of Native American heritage. It's quite unlike any other city I've visited.
What do you think about traffic in the Paz? Well, the fact that there's 2-ton traffic jams, but hardly any of the cars are private. Most of the cars that you see are like taxis or taxi vans. You're lucky you can't smell that. Most capitals have a river flowing through, but this has a river. Also, it's a sewer. And apparently, you buy 2 lots of lettuces. The cheap ones, the ones that are grown by the bank of this river. The expensive ones, the ones grown away from it, the greenhouses. What I find really weird about it is usually in big cities, the rich live right at the top to get the view. But here, they live right at the bottom. And here, top is where you get the best view. The poor people live, mainly because it's about 10 degrees colder. Also, hard to build houses on that stuff. This is the Church of San Francisco, and it's slap bang in the middle of the Paz. This area is the tourist magnet. It's just down there. It's the market of Saganaga, crafts, shopping, bargains.
There are hundreds of locally made items to choose from, mostly handmade, but some things have got tourist written all over them.
All right. I swore that I wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it now. Right, it's a condor. Hold on. Press that. 40. 40, yeah? 40, yeah? Look at that, it's on the string. Turn right off the second out the market, you turn into something called the Witch's Market, and there you can buy like remedies, potions, even spells, you know, for your health and all that. They've got animals which you crush up, and of course, nice little stuffed armadillo.
If you're feeling strangely ill or pestered by ghosts, this is the place to come for a cure.
The young fetus of a llama. Wow, look at that, that's extraordinary. That's the fetus of a llama. ¿Qué es? ¿Qué función?
Eso se utiliza para las construcciones de las casas, para que vaya bien en las construcciones de las casas, para el negocio, para la
Now
casa.
we only know a little bit of Spanish and ask a question. I've got a clue what the answer is.
No sé cómo es.
Cool, man. Yeah. That's amazing, man.
In fact, it should be buried under your house as an offering to Pachamama to bring health and fortune. The Paz is literally a market economy. There is one stallholder for every 3 households. Everything you could possibly need is sold on the streets, and plenty more besides. A destination is Potosí. The best route is to fly to the capital, Sucre, get a bus from there. Internal flights cost around $100 one way. You can buy an air pass for $200 for 4 flights.
It's quite annoying. I've been around the bus stop twice, and all the booths for Port to Sea are closed. Usually I've got people coming out going, Port to Sea, Port to Sea. I can get everyone out, but they're not there. That's why it's the only. Hola, ¿vas a Port to Sea, por favor?
Sí, pero hoy no hay salida a Potosí. Hay paro de Potosí, paro. No hay salida.
No,
No a Potosí.
bus stop and that buses. Well, just talk to someone, at least I know what the palaver about the buses was. Apparently the whole of Port Sea is on strike, so nothing's going in or out. The reason is the Bolivians are selling too much water to the Chileans. The workers, they're not happy. Lucky though, the guy told me that just half an hour's drive out of Sucre is a brilliant place to stay for the Hacienda Nocturne. Well, this is it. That can't be it, it's like a bomb site. Oh, brilliant. Great slot. Oh, don't turn me up. Is it open? Is it? Thanks. Gracias. Oh, wow, amazing place. Ooh. How much is the room? How much? Couple of sweets?
The house was built only 30 years after the Spanish arrived in Bolivia, and the 500-year-old water mill in the grounds only closed down 2 years ago.
Couple workers? My dad has a strike because I get to stay here. Just met the proprietor, Don Alberto. He's going to give me a little history tour around the place. But first, oh.
Nice one.
Yeah, beautiful. Is that when there's dinner or something?
Right. What a brand.
Don Alberto's grandfather was one of 13 presidents to stay in the house. He's now in the process of restoring the hacienda to its former glory.
Like before.
How long do you think it will take you?
I think 2 more years.
Fantastic balcony.
Yes, that's nice view.
What's all these kids making that noise? Look at that.
Yeah.
Right, keep it down, you kids. to get back to the bar, I've had a bit of
Right.
gin and tea.
Yeah.
Be prepared for unscheduled stops in Bolivia. Next morning, with the buses working again, I continue my journey to Potosí, with a couple more stops on the way. In a little town in the middle of nowhere, I came across preparations for a bullfight. The band was out, and so was the chit-chat, a strong alcoholic brew made from maize. They've let the bull out now in the main ring. And all these are teasing it. Someone's going to get it. I think it's all going to end in tears. What? Time to get out of there. The challenge for the foolhardy local lads is to grab the handkerchief from between the bull's horns. Time we've got to the market town of Tarabuco, famous for its handmade clothes and weavings.
I'm still on the way to Potosí. I sort of sidetracked a bit because I heard about this market here in Tarambuca. It's only on Sundays. And even there you can see like different dresses and different sort of styles of hat. Every province has its own style. And apparently in Bolivia there's 32 different languages. Well, I'm starving, so I'm gonna get a little bite to eat.
Some of the things on the menu looked a bit too familiar, so I decided to go vegetarian.
This is great. Pasta, potato.
The only thing I've avoided an extra salad, because apparently they're a bit dodgy, give me a bit of a different company. I've got tin guts anyway, my guts are like that.
I'm vegetarian,
Yeah.
so I don't eat meat, and my travel mates are sick and I'm not. So maybe that's the
Cheese, this is what I recommend to you.
Yeah.
You should try.
Wow. Yeah, not just bite. That's no good.
There you go.
Where'd you get this from?
It's just a remarkable thing.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. So you buying your own food?
Yeah, I'm vegetarian as
I
well.
really haven't found that.
It's hard work at times. But there's a lot of chicken. Yeah, it doesn't count.
Any road to Potosí will have magnificent views. At 13,500 feet above sea level, we're heading to the highest city in the world. Potosí was once the richest and largest city in the American continent, and it was all down to the chance discovery of one man.
Back in the 16th century, before the town was here, there was a llama herder called Diego Walpa. He was on that hill there looking for his herd because he'd lost them all. It was getting late, so he decided to light a fire. And the heat of the fire melted the rock. There was a little trickle of silver, and that's how they found it, that mountain there. And it was the biggest silver find in the whole of the world.
Today,
Number
most of the
13,
minerals are gone, but still 7,000 men work inside the hill, mining what remains of the silver, zinc, and tin. But they're not the only people to go underground. For $10, you can experience the mines for yourself.
Colonial times, this was miners' houses.
In the 16th, 17th century, here the slave miners lived here. Now these houses belong to the owners of all the private mines and cooperative mines.
Before going underground, it's important to stop at the miners' market.
Hello? Buenos días. Okay. Oh. Coca, yes. Yeah, what you do with
It
it?
says it's from June de la Paz, 45.
And you chuck it in your mouth raw, right?
Nice for grapes, first class, very quality.
Not like that.
Coca leaves have a mildly narcotic effect and are chewed by the miners for energy and to suppress appetite.
Gracias, madam. Blitz, if you're going to go on one of these organised tours to the mine, you've got to take the miners' presents. Best thing you can do is get some cigarettes, bit of alcohol, and of course, coca-leaf. Is that everything? Yeah?
Interesting, huh?
Let's something more in 10 minutes. You be behind, please. Okay, this is the dynamite shop. Here,
It's the what?
the dynamite shop.
Dynamite shop.
Yeah, this is the sticks of dynamite.
Yeah.
This is nitroglycerin, ammonia nitrate, stones and wood. And this is the complement. This is the
This
pure
is
ammonia
the
nitrate.
dynamite.
It's for good boost our energy to the sticks of dynamite. But
We're
also
going to
this
buy
is sticks of
dynamite from
dynamite.
miners.
Against like
Is
gives
this
are
not
also for us.
dangerous? Is this not dangerous?
But with one good guide like me, it's no
Yeah.
problem. Because I
But
am
me
also
holding
a-
it like this, it's okay like this.
Yes, yes. And this is the fuse,
Okay,
short
that's
fuse,
the
and
fuse.
this is long fuse, and this is the explosive. This is the
I'm
danger.
not familiar with the dynamite shop.
Danger. This is explosive because inside is the
Right.
mercury, and the mercury is very sensitive to friction.
And that explodes this stuff, so then
Yeah.
get that close.
That's exactly.
Right,
what you
yeah,
have in
okay,
it.
yeah.
Inside this, then here fire, and it's okay.
Must admit, this is gonna be pretty scary. Yeah? That was close, huh?
Yeah, come here.
That was close. But you've got to look out, because it's still dangerous. There's the rumble of the carts. This is what all the silver's chucked in, and if you hear it, you just got to get outside. And it only takes like 2 seconds. Last year, a tourist was down there, panicked, ran, fell down the hole and killed herself. So
Yikes.
it is dodgy.
It's done.
What's that?
Okay, we stay up front, Tio Jorge.
Dear Jorge.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Uncle George, Uncle Joe, but his name, Quechua language is Supay. Supay means like exciting, David. The miners give to him llamas, sacrifice, together with coca leaves, alcohol, cigarettes, and they celebrate with pure corn.
The miners do this ritual every time they come down the mine.
Every Friday after work. Inside this whole mountain, they're numbered at 500 uncles.
So every line on this mountain has a devil like this made out of clay.
Exactly.
So you know, saying that, that's where the silver comes from. All the mine shafts are built along the seams. Mind your head, slow.
Sound down, down. The last time. Mind your head.
Look up, look down. It's getting hotter. What's that smell in the air?
It's a little bit of arsenic gas, but it's not a problem.
It's just some arsenic gas, no big deal.
In fact, the mines are so full of
do one
toxic
more.
materials that most miners are expected to get lung disease after 10 years of exposure.
How sad is that?
This is the workplace, the extraction place. They extract from here silver.
What age do the miners start?
They start to work with 8, 10, 12 years old. Normally one
Jeez.
miner work with your father, who is 100 miner.
Oh, right, so he's making a hole for the dynamite, and then everyone runs, yeah? And then hopes for good.
Yeah.
Hopes for luck.
In the 3 centuries of mining during the colonial times, millions of people, mainly native Indian and African slaves, died because of the conditions in the mines. Today, miners are mainly self-employed, and the gifts from the tourists supplement their meager income.
Oh. Champagne?
Yeah. Your gift for the man.
Yeah.
Every day.
On average, these miners earn about 30 bolivianos a day, which is only $4.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao. Ciao.
Crazy, huh? How much do they earn a day? $4. How long till most of them get lung disease? 10 years, isn't that sad? All right, well, let's wrap this up. We got another minute or two, but then I won't cut you off. So keep your notes. We will finish the movie tomorrow. We will talk about it if you're missing any. Charlie? About the movie? Okay. Like you're missing one or you just in general? Yeah, yeah. Sure. So bring it back, like I said, tomorrow. If for some reason you're not going to be here tomorrow, just finish it on your own and there'll be a place to submit it tomorrow. Okay? All right. Let me write down where we stopped. And Zoom friends, you can go. Hasta luego. We'll see you tomorrow.
I was gonna say, they call their currency Boliviana.
They called what?
Their currency Boliviana.
Oh, Bolivianos. Is what they're called. Yeah. It's just, yeah, it's yeah, every country like has their own currency. And that is theirs. You're right. Bolivianos. You heard that right. I guess I should remind you, if you didn't do your textbook activity yesterday, you should get that done on conditional. But otherwise, there's no additional homework as long as you've done that one. Like I said, though, I'm still missing a few projects in here. So if that's you, please make sure you are working on it. All righty, hasta luego. I might have seen it on there. Oh, was it about making up a textbook or something? Yeah, I think I did see that. Double check. I think I'm all up to date on Skyward and stuff too. Okay, see you guys. Hasta luego. See you, Ethan.